If you're looking for the best fitness tracker for cycling, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Garmin Fenix 5S Plus. What we like about Garmin Fenix is that the built-in GPS may provide the data to display a map of your ride on the watch face. It might not be quite detailed enough to use it for navigation, but it's still a cool feature. The optical heart rate monitor also seems to be accurate, as we tested it in comparison with the chest strap and got very close readings. It also has a decent battery life of up to 7 days in smartwatch mode, and depending on settings, it lasts about 4 hours in GPS mode with music. Previous software versions of the watch had some issues with connecting to iPhones, but we didn't have that issue with the latest model. I also like the accurate heart rate monitoring function. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Fitbit Versa 2 Health and Fitness Smartwatch. One of the best and cheapest activity tracker that would be suitable for cycling is the Versa 2. Heart rate monitoring data seems pretty accurate, allowing you to adapt your pace and intensity as needed. Many people also like the Fitbit app, as you could set different daily goals for all your activities and track them in one place. The manufacturer claims that Versa 2 has improved battery life of 5 days compared to the original Versa and Fitbit Ionic. Just keep in mind that you would also need to bring your phone's built-in GPS data, but this does keep the cost down a lot. The number 3 position is held by Apple Watch Series 5. We love this particular Apple Watch because of its always-on-screen feature that doesn't hurt battery life so much. You could easily set it to track cycling at the touch of a button, and it also claims to have the most accurate heart rate tracking of any activity tracking device. The display is nicely structured to show you the info you need at a glance, which means there should be fewer distractions. All the features do come at the price that you possibly won't get 2 full days out of the battery. Battery life is a common downside of Apple products, so I'm not surprised. Next at number 4, we have Coros Pace 2 Premium GPS Sport Watch. If you really need accurate GPS tracking, then this device from Coros claims to have you covered with one of the best built-in GPS chips. It may also measure altitude changes, which could come in handy for assessing the cycling routes you took. On top of that, it also has an optical heart rate monitor to collect data before and after the ride. The company also claims to have achieved a long battery life of up to 30 hours in full GPS mode and fitness tracking mode. In smartphone mode, you get an impressive 20 hours of battery life. That should be enough for most athletes to avoid recharging on a daily basis. The number 5 position is held by Polar Vantage V Sports Watch. We like the Polar Vantage V because of the cardio load function that it displays. This is something that could become helpful if you are preparing for a competitive event where you need to achieve precise levels of intensity. We also like the way the information on the watch face is color-coded, which may make it easier to find the relevant information. When we first started using it, we did note that it didn't seem to be as intuitive and easy to navigate the settings, menus, and apps. The number 6 position is dominated by Fitbit Charge 3 Fitness Activity Tracker. This Fitbit might be ideal for anyone that wants something small and sleek that might be barely noticeable. It also comes with 15 different sport and exercise modes, which could make it a suitable activity tracker if you do multiple disciplines. The overall functionality is also kept a bit simpler, with no distracting information on the display. It's not as fancy as an actual smartwatch, but that could be an advantage for some people. The Charge 3 features do list GPS tracking, but keep in mind that this is only possible when connected to your smartphone. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Polar M430 GPS Running Watch. The Polar M series of fitness trackers have been very popular for both running and cycling. The built-in GPS should be accurate enough to provide you with cycling speed and distance data. M430 is definitely an upgrade from the old M400 model, as it claims to keep track of your heart rate 24/7, as well as track your sleep cycles. This could be helpful to monitor your recovery phases to better plan your training intensity. By the look of it, M430 is designed as a sports watch compared to the sleek designs of other fitness trackers. But the monochromatic style is also functional, as it allows you to easily see the screen while cycling. The one thing we noticed in customer reviews is that there have been some issues with data synchronizing to your smartphone. The number 8 position is held by Fitbit Ionic watch. This is another one of the favored fitness trackers for cycling, as the watch face is slimmer than most others, and despite being small in size, there seems to be enough battery life with each charge to last about 4 days. We compared the GPS data to a professional cycling computer, and it seemed to be only marginally off, which should make it suitable for most athletes. You also have leather and plastic strap options with Fitbit Ionic that allow you to look classy and formal or sporty and casual. While the small display might suit some people, keep in mind that this limits what you might be able to see at a glance. Next at number 9, we have Suunto 3 Sports Watch. I've loved the cool designs of Suunto fitness trackers for a long time, and this one does look the part. The display is the right size to be able to get the info you want without taking your hand off the handlebar. Reviews also mention the recovery tracking feature as being helpful for better training plans after some intense workouts. Both the heart rate and activity tracking also seem to be precise for a detailed view of your training throughout the week. Just keep in mind that for the distance and pace tracking to work, you'll need it to be connected to your phone as well. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Withings Steel HR. This is the final activity tracker that made our list, and what we liked about it is that you may be able to assess your sleep quality at a glance. If you wear the watch 7 days a week, day and night, then you might have a good picture of how you might be able to make adjustments to your routines for better recovery. The long battery life makes sleep tracking for days seamless. The wrist-based heart rate monitor also seems to be accurate, allowing you to make changes to your intensity during training. We just found that the font size of the display is a bit small, which might mean you need to bring it closer to your eyes. But this is one of the longest battery life for a sports watch, so all good. That's all for today. We upload fitness product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.